In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you how I manifested my relationship within 7 days. Yes, I manifested my relationship within 7 days. So what you normally get taught about manifestation is that you really have to get clear on what you want, then start visualizing as if you already have it, feel it as if you already have it, and then you will attract. And yes, that's what I also did, and that was indeed how I manifested my dream relationship in just 7 days. But what a lot of people don't say is that the manifestation process or the law of attraction is actually the law of action. Yes, it is the law of action. And I want to be helping you because you might be now trying to manifest the man of your dreams, trying to manifest the relationship of your dreams, but it's not coming. And you keep on visualizing, you keep on thinking about it, you keep on feeling as if it's already there and it's not coming. So what can you do? That's what I want to be sharing with you in today's video, because I'm going to make it very practical for you. Things that you can work on, where you can take action on. So this manifestation process will go way faster. That's what I did. And then the last part that I did was simply visualizing, making my vision board, visualizing, making my man list, visualizing, feeling as if I already have it, and then literally 7 days, not kidding, the man of my dreams was there. So I also want to be helping you what I did in order to be manifesting him so fast. So let's dive right in. And before I'm gonna dive into the 4 insights that I have for you, that I have done myself or went through myself and also my clients, I want to be sharing the kind of mindset that you need to have in order to attract the partner of your dreams, to manifest the relationship of your dreams. And that is, you need to become the one to attract the one. If you start thinking in that way, if you look at manifestation from what kind of energy do you attract, it is who you are. It is not necessarily I feel as if I already have it. It is being. So the moment that you are the one, you will attract the one. That's just how it works. So 4 insights that I have for you in order to become the one. So let's dive right in. The first insight that I have for you is that you need to be very good in selecting and deselecting men. I always say you need to have a very good Mr. Wrong and Mr. Right radar. Because if you really want to manifest the man of your dreams, you need to be able to spot him. And you need to be able to spot him very fast, because there might be many men coming to you in whatever way, online dating or even in real life, and you need to be able to spot a Mr. Right. And that is something that is not being taught in school, but we need to get very good in being able to detect a Mr. Wrong or a Mr. Right. And a Mr. Wrong is not necessarily always a man that is a narcissist or a player. And Mr. Wrong can definitely be also a man that's not ready for a relationship or doesn't want a relationship or has commitment issues, for example. And I'm not saying that people with commitment issues are bad people. No. We all have our journey in healing, but it can be very hard to get the dream relationship with someone who wants to be close, but at the same time also has an anxiety around it. So that can sometimes be very hard to navigate that. So you need to be very clear what kind of men are out there and what kind of men could potentially give you your dream relationship. So the filtering needs to be very well. And this is something that you can learn over time, of course, also through programs. You can really learn about men and what kind of men to not invest in. This will make the manifestation process go so much faster, because the problem is you have in your mind very clear what you want, what you're looking for. And the moment that a man comes, what very often happens is that instead of, let's say we have our vision board, and that is the thing that we want to attract. What very often happens, instead of just taking our time to get to know the person and see if this person actually sort of fits into what you're looking for, fits into your vision board, we try to make the vision board stick. we try to make the vision board fit. And that is very often a problem, especially if we don't know what kind of men are out there, what kind of men to invest in. So this is what I see very often, that women kind of know what they're looking for, sometimes not very deeply. So this is a very important step as well. But what I see very often is they try to make it work instead of it just seeing the man for who he is. And that's a skill that you can develop. So getting good at selecting and deselecting men, or having a very good Mr. Wrong, Mr. Right radar, will help your manifestation go so much faster. So that is the first insight that I have for you. Get good in selecting and deselecting men. The second one is, I spoke about that you need to become the one to attract the one. You need to be the person to attract the person. I always say Mr. Right also wants a Mrs. Right. So I really needed to learn to become a Mrs. Right. And to be very honest, in many ways I was not. I was, for example, not very serious when it comes to a relationship, because I kept on investing in men that could not give me what I wanted. So if you want to be the one, then, and with that a Mrs. Right of someone one day, then who do you need to become? Do you maybe need to take dating a little bit more seriously? Do you need to stop playing games? What do you need to do in order to become a Mrs. Right? Because people are always thinking, what's in it for me? And if you keep on thinking, I want that dream relationship, and I want it with that kind of man, then who do you need to become in order to attract that? This is one side of the coin. The other side of the coin, of the second insight, yes, on one hand, you need to be honest with yourself. Like, who do I need to become in order to attract that person? Secondly, what I see very often is that women don't see themselves as a Mrs. Right. So they don't see themselves as a one. And this reflects in how they position themselves to the person that they're dating. So they might not set boundaries. They might speak about themselves not in a correct way. They might be a little bit insecure, and there's nothing wrong with being a little bit insecure. But if you see the man as way more than yourself, you don't value yourself, you value him a lot, then he subconsciously you put him on a pedestal. And every healthy masculine man who wants a woman that is equal to him, that feels equal to him, not more, not less, equal. So if you want to become the one, become Mrs. Right, you also need to feel that you already are. So on one hand, yes, you need to be humble enough to think, okay, so who do I need to become in order to attract that person? Where do I need to step up maybe in my life? And on the other hand, see yourself already as a Mrs. Right. Feel that you already are. And of course, yes, there's always things that you can improve. But in general, you are already good as you are. And on top of that, yes, you actually become the 2.0 version of yourself, the one Mrs. Right. So that is insight number 2. Become the one to attract the one, or become Mrs. Right to attract your Mr. Right. And thirdly, what is very important if we want to manifest is that our mindset is aligned with where we want to go to. If you, for example, keep on having the mindset, I'm not good enough, men cannot be trusted, men never stay, men don't invest, I want to keep my freedom. If you keep on having these subconscious thoughts about men, dating, relationships, and yourself, you might be blocking your manifestation energetically, but also you take certain steps from there, because your mindset influences how you feel, and how you feel determines your actions. So, for example, what I used to have, I have the fear of abandonment. I have an anxious attachment style. I've become more sure, but in basis, I'm still anxiously attached. I know how to deal with it. It's something different because I can still get triggered, but I know how to deal with it. But I might have had the thoughts that I was always afraid that guys would not step up, that they wouldn't go for a relationship with me. I don't know, because I cannot go back to that exact moment, but there's a fear inside of me that men will always leave me, that they will never choose me, be with me, go for me. And that might have blocked my manifestation in the past, but also in my actions, I would become very needy, controlling. I would be very much in my masculine energy and try to steer where the relationship was going. Sometimes I even had it, I think like one time I had it, that there was a guy that wanted to meet me, and then he cancelled our date, and I got so mad, so mad. I was like, oh, all these men don't want to step up, they don't want to invest in me. So I didn't necessarily say that, but I got mad that he cancelled the date, and it was very reasonable, to be very honest. So sometimes we respond from a very subconscious mindset. So if you have a lot of limiting beliefs around yourself, men, dating, relationships, it can even just be one thought. It can literally be a love block in what you manifest, but secondly, also in the actions that you take. So if you want to become the one, your mindset needs to be aligned with where you want to go to. So that is insight number 3. You really need to work on your limiting beliefs, aka I call them love blocks. Then number 4 is something that you might be thinking, but it has nothing to do with manifestation. But manifestation is, in this case, it is about attracting the right partner for you. So the first step is, of course, attracting this person into your life, and then from there on you can start developing towards a relationship. But what I see very often in my line of work and what I do, in what I've experienced myself, is that navigating dating is something that you just need to be good at. Sometimes we think if you have a good feeling with someone, it should just turn out into a relationship, but that's not necessarily the case. Sometimes you really see people that fall in love with each other, but they don't have the skills to navigate in dating and eventually also relationships, and that is very sad. So you need to be able, as a woman but also as a man, to understand how this works in dating, how to, I always say, build attraction, build interest, but also know how to really have the connection and love. That is also very important. And those two are very important factors, but they can be the complete opposite. Because if you want to build attraction, that is very often around a mystery and a little bit not giving all the secure signs, while love and connection is on the other part of the spectrum and is more about giving the security and giving the love and the connection. So they are completely opposite, but you need to know how to balance that. You need to have the skills for that, and that is in dating, of course, but also when it comes to relationship, you need to have the skills. You need, if you want to have your dream relationship, you need to have the skills in order to manage that relationship. Because in the honeymoon phase, it's very easy it's easy to navigate because you have the hormones flying everywhere, and this makes it very easy. It makes it very easy to connect with each other. But the moment that the honeymoon phase is over, then it is metaphorically you and him naked, and you need to have the skills to navigate. And a lot of people don't have that, and therefore a lot of relationships that start amazingly, they end up very bad because people don't know how to navigate it. And I was definitely one of those people. I had a relationship of 3 years, and the moment that the honeymoon phase was over, us was also over. It took another 1.5 years, but we didn't know how to navigate. So it is very important to know how to navigate dating and to navigate relationship. If you want to attract your dream relationship, you need to know how to navigate this, and this will also help you in your manifestation, because manifestation is all about the energy that you bring behind it. And if you're not sure how dating works, you get very insecure in dating, you might skip it either altogether, or you might send out the energy that you don't feel sure enough to date, which can also, of course, not help your manifestation. So having the skills and getting more secure in dating in that sense, and relationships as well, might really help you manifest your relationship, first of all, way faster, and secondly, of course, also maintain a happy, healthy, sparkling relationship. So those were the 4 insights that I have for you. If you want to become the one, you need if you want to attract the one, you need to become the one. You need to know what kind of men to invest in and what men not. You need to really become the one. You need to become a Mrs. Right in your own mindset, but of course also in the eyes of the other person. You need to really know what kind of subconscious beliefs might be blocking you and move away from that and create a mindset that's going to help you move forward towards your goal. And lastly, you need to have the skills. As I said before, if you want to become the one, if you want to attract the one, you need to become the one. And one of them, or a way to become the one, is really to have skills, to have dating and relationship skills. Because if you want a relationship, you need to be able to carry that relationship. You need to have the skills for that. So that's what I help women with, like yourself, probably in order for them to attract the men of their dreams and build a happy, healthy relationship, and not just now, but for the long term. And that's what I wanted to say about how I manifested my dream relationship. I hope it has helped you a ton. Thank you so much for watching, and see you at the next video.